All right, what is up, gents? We're getting into the meat and potatoes of the bull run, and we need to make sure that we're allocated properly. Now, I do think that alts will cook into August. Will it last the entirety of August? I'm not too sure, but I do know we are getting to a point in the market in which all of our portfolios need to be on point right now. Big percentage of my portfolio is the AI and big data niche. You guys are going to see some coins in here that are familiar, right? We've got exposure to things like ICP, to Render, Filecoin, Fetch AI, right? You guys in the members club, you already know it. But currently my biggest holding is Bittensor, guys. And I'm going to continue to talk about Bittensor, and hopefully all of you guys can do your own research into it. Now, currently crypto search terms are at lows over the past year, and usually in the peaks, right? We saw the peak in January. This is where a local top comes in, guys. So we are starting to get the interest back into the market. But when the interest does start to peak, people are going to say, right, we're not interested in Bitcoin. We're not interested in Ethereum because it's too expensive. Where are we going to put our money? And I do believe narratives like AI, maybe things like memes, maybe gaming might come back. So we need to front run that, guys. Now we're going to look at the TAO chart in a second, so make sure all of you guys are just paying attention. You stay till the end, okay? It's very important that we stay till the end because it's a very key level in the charts that we all need to be marking up on our trading view. But we spoke about Chutes in the past TAO video, and so far 10 trillion tokens have been processed, guys. Another major milestone. If you're not following Chutes, you guys need to go and do that now. This is what adoption looks like, guys. So for everybody wondering what is Chutes, it basically is a serverless AI compute platform. So you can deploy, run, scale any AI model in seconds through the platform using the easy to use API. So again, what are some of the advantages of Chutes versus some of the other competitors? Now, number one, trustless and transparent. That's like one of the biggest things when you guys are investing into AI coins, right? It's fully on chain, fully verifiable, and again, things like AWS are controlled by a single entity. This is decentralized, guys. We need to be looking for decentralized AI models when we are investing into AI projects, when you're even using it, because you don't want to be exposing yourself to too many things that are centralized. Obviously, you've got global access because it's decentralized. There's token incentives as well. That's going to benefit people who provide to the compute platform, and it's going to result in the ecosystem growing, and obviously open architecture as well. Now, as we spoke about before, guys, there are many different use cases for Chutes, and that's another reason why we should be looking into whether or not we want to be allocating some of our TAO into Chutes. Now, you're going to be able to run large language models, embedding models, or vision models directly on the blockchain. So again, there's no need for things like OpenAI or Amazon Web Service. Remember, we said it's decentralized, okay, serverless, so we don't need any of these servers here. So this would be good for things like crypto trading bots because there's no centralized backend. There's a transparent logic and on-chain audibility. It's going to be really good for fully autonomous bots that execute trades, analyze charts, or generate signals, right? So maybe some companies might use this. Other people may create their own bots, okay? AI-powered DAOs, decision engines. So if you are a big company and you need on-chain analysis and compute power, you can do that. And again, if you're a big company, it gives you faith to use this because it's private and tamper-proof. But not only for the company, the people working under the company, it reduces the governance manipulation, all right? So a lot of different use cases here, decentralized game engines, AI-powered RWA platforms, decentralized search engines, data indexing, etc., etc. The list goes on, guys. So with things like decentralized compute, I mean, you're going to be able to run AI without censorship, which is fantastic. Obviously, with it being fast and adaptable on top of that as well, you guys can go and look through the community here if you want to, everything building on Chutes. And on top of that, nearly 160 billion tokens are processed a day, guys. So it's showing there is high throughput on the Chutes ecosystem. Basically been 250x growth since January, guys. Okay, so again, growing very, very good. If you guys want to read roadmap, you can do that. We were looking to buy, and one thing to note as well, I mean, fiat payments are now available, but we were looking to buy a pullback, guys. When I made the last Chutes video, it was around 0.17 Chutes per TAO, and right now we've come back down to 0.15 Chutes per TAO. Remember, this thing's new, but it does look like we want to find a floor. So even if we draw it up here, it looks like the floor is probably in at around 0.13 or 0.14 Chutes per TAO. So anywhere in this zone is going to be a great pickup area. And one thing to note for all of you guys as well is that any sales that they do, they're going to be using it for buybacks. So they're going to be buying back their own token, which again is going to be beneficial for the whole ecosystem, guys. And it does look like we are just continuing to coil. And we're getting very, very close to the apex, guys. So even if we came back down to 0.14 Chutes per TAO, that is going to be where I probably start to pick up a lot of Chutes. And as I've told you guys before, I've been exposing myself to some of these subnets. This one being subnet 64. Because if the subnet starts to outperform TAO, right? TAO's going sideways, it's $433. But then this starts to get a mega move out. And we could even measure it actually. If we say we go to like, I don't know, 0.382, for example, always a good level to be DCing out, then, you know, it could be a 60% outperformance from TAO. So not only are you getting more USD if TAO goes up, but you could increase your TAO stack potentially by 60% at the 382, guys. If you've got 10 TAO, you can get 6 TAO for free. Again, not financial advice. If this thing does go down and it finds a new floor or it breaks through the floor, then you're going to lose some of your TAO stack. Okay, so that's always the risk that comes along with it, guys. But if you do look into Chutes and you have some conviction in it, then again, that is why I'm investing into Chutes and why I've allocated a small portion of my TAO stack to Chutes in the hopes that when we do breakout, if we do breakout, I can get an outperformance of 60 TAO for absolutely nothing. Now we come to the TAO weekly chart, and is this the log chart? I think it's the log chart. It is the log chart, right? We're starting to see support at a 0.236, but we actually are breaking out of this long-term resistance, guys. So TAO not looking too bad right now from a USD perspective. Again, this green line hopefully should hold up as support. If it doesn't, then we want this white line to hold up as support. Would be a little bit painful for investors because this is the weekly and it could be, you know, a 20% move back to retest that white line over the next couple of weeks. I don't think it's going to happen, however. And if you do go to the regular chart, it does look like we are on the cusp of a breakout, guys. Okay, so we're getting very, very close to a decision time. Do we reject down and start to go low to maybe 300, or do we get a breakout confirmation on the regular chart? Well, when you do look at the Bitcoin to TAO pair, then, you know, this is showing a lot of resistance. We've got order blocks just on the point of breakout, guys. So if Bitcoin decides it wants to go into the next leg of price discovery, then we most likely aren't going to break out for TAO. We saw altcoins do extremely well, right? TAO went from $300 all the way to, you know, $450, $460. It would make sense that Bitcoin wants to take the reins again to provide some fuel to the fire for our altcoin bags, guys. Okay, so again, if these Bitcoin pairs reject, just remember, it doesn't necessarily mean it's negative for the USD pairs, okay? It just means that Bitcoin is loading us up with more rocket fuel for the eventual breakout. So decision time in the next week or so. Are you going to be allocating to Chutes? You can check out all the links in the description. Let me know if you're a TAO holder as well. And also let me know what subnets you want me to cover in the next video. But that's a quick one from me to you. I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.